the fox who found friendship in the heart of the emerald forest, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind and the river sang melodies of old, lived a young fox named Fine. Fine's fur was as red as the autumn leaves, and his eyes sparkled with curiosity. Yet, despite the beauty of the forest, Fine felt a loneliness that gnawed at him. He had no friends, for the other animals often avoided him, wary of his sharp teeth and cunning ways. Fine longed for companionship. He watched the birds chirp together in the morning, the rabbits play hide-and-seek, and the deer bound gracefully in groups. "Why am I always alone?" he asked the moon one night, his voice barely a whisper over the rustling leaves. "I don't want to be feared. I just want a friend." The very next morning, Fine decided to venture beyond the familiar woods, into the unknown lands at the forest's edge. The elders had always warned him that humans and strange creatures lived there, and that danger lurked where the trees thinned. But loneliness was a stronger pull than fear, and Fine was determined to find someone who would accept him. As he trotted past the last towering oak, Fine heard a faint cry. Curious, he followed the sound to a small clearing, where a tiny squirrel had fallen into a muddy ditch. The squirrel's fur was coated in grime, and her eyes were wide with panic. "Don't worry. I'll help you," Fine said, his voice gentle. The squirrel hesitated, trembling. "Why? Would you help me? Aren't foxes supposed to eat squirrels?" Fine's ears drooped. "I'm not like that. I just want a friend." With careful paws, he dug around the ditch and helped the squirrel climb out. "I'm Lyra," the squirrel said, brushing mud from her tail. "Thank you. I didn't think anyone would help me." Fine's heart leaped. "I'm fine. Do you want to be friends?" Lyra looked at him, eyes searching, and finally nodded. "Yes, I think we could be." From that day on, Fine and Lyra became inseparable. They explored hidden groves, raced along riverbanks, and shared secrets beneath starlit skies. For the first time, Fine felt the warmth of friendship, and the forest no longer seemed so lonely. But happiness, Fine soon realized, was often tested. One morning, while venturing near a part of the forest neither had explored, they stumbled upon a deep, shadowy ravine. Across it lay a grove that shimmered with golden light, promising endless food and safety. But the bridge connecting the two sides was broken, with only a few wobbly planks remaining. "I'll go first," Fine said bravely, placing one paw carefully on the first plank. Lyra's tiny voice trembled. "It's too dangerous. What if you fall?" Fine looked back at her, determination in his eyes. "I have to see what's on the other side. For both of us." Step by step, Fine inched across, heart pounding, until he reached the center of the bridge. Suddenly, a plank cracked, and he slid toward the edge. Lyra screamed. Without thinking, she darted along the broken bridge, clutching Fine's fur with all her strength. Together, they scrambled to safety on solid ground. Breathless and shaken, they sat under an old pine. Fine realized something important. Courage was necessary, but true strength came from trust and friendship. Without Lyra, he might have fallen. Without him, she might never have crossed safely. "Thank you," Fine whispered. Lyra smiled softly. "Thank you, too." We saved each other. Their adventure did not end there. The Golden Grove was guarded by a wise old owl named Orin, who tested their hearts before granting them entry. "Why should this grove welcome you?" he asked, his amber eyes piercing. Fine stepped forward. "Because we care for each other. We share. We help. We look out for one another. That's what friends do." Lyra added, "And even though we are small, we believe kindness is stronger than fear." Orin hooted softly, impressed. "Very well. Your hearts are true. You may enter, but remember this. Friendship is not just about safety or fun. It is about loyalty, courage, and compassion. Protect it, or it will vanish like mist." The grove shimmered as they stepped inside. Fruits hung low on the trees, streams bubbled with crystal water, and soft moss spread like a welcoming carpet. For the first time, Fine felt that the world was wide and bright, and that loneliness could be replaced by bonds forged in trust and bravery. Seasons passed, and the story of Fine and Lyra spread throughout the forest. The other animals, once wary of Fine, began to see him in a new light, not as a cunning predator, but as a loyal friend. Fine realized that friendship had the power to transform hearts, even those hardened by fear. One crisp autumn evening, as the sun painted the sky in shades of amber and gold, Fine and Lyra sat atop a hill, watching the forest breathe in the fading light. "Do you remember?" Lyra asked softly. "When we first met, I thought you would eat me." Then chuckled, a sound full of warmth and pride, and I thought I'd never find someone who understood me. Now, I have you, and the whole forest feels like home. Lyra leaned against him. "You taught me that courage isn't about fighting alone. It's about trusting others, even when it's scary." Fine nodded. "And you taught me that kindness can conquer fear. That friendship is the greatest adventure of all." As night fell, the stars twinkled like tiny lanterns above the emerald forest. Fine and Lyra curled up together, hearts full of joy, knowing that no matter where life's paths took them, they would never walk alone again. And so, the fox who once wandered the forest in loneliness had found not just a friend, but a family in the bonds he nurtured. In the heart of every adventure, in the shadows of every fear, Fine discovered the most powerful magic of all, the enduring strength of friendship. Moral: true friendship is born from courage, kindness, and trust. It can transform loneliness into love, fear into bravery, and strangers into family.